Hello. Alright, so before we start this guide, I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm ICETRUC, aka Marco 1. Alright, don't get that wrong. Marco 1. I've been a Thresh main for so long now, dude. I'm getting like, I feel like I mastered this champion so hard, like it's insane. I even made my own build, like you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it in the guide. Yeah, I peaked Challenger last season, 1k LP, playing Thresh only. This season I'm going for 2k LP. That's rank 1 obviously. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this guide. Hopefully you guys catch my streams. I'm gonna be streaming almost every week. Let's go. Okay, so there's currently 2 rune setups that you can do on Thresh. Actually, if we're counting spellbook, there's 3, but I think spellbook really died and it's just not worth going unless, you know, unless you basically have a game that's unplayable. Legit unplayable. I'm talking unplayable. If you play Thresh, you know what I mean. Like, you can't even hook or auto. You take spellbook to help you scale way better. Okay, that's the only. If you want me to go more in detail about spellbook, I don't think it's worth taking it anymore. But if you want me to go in depth, because let's admit it here, guys, I'm the spellbook Thresh god. All right, I got you 1k LP using spellbook last season until it got nerfed, right? But yeah, I don't recommend it. Hello, this is editor Marco 1 here. I forgot to mention the summer spells. I run heal almost every game because it allows me to do some traits that are not supposed to work, and it also helps during bad matchups, and it catch them all off guard. I go ignite whenever I'm going against someone who heals. For example, Soraka, Sona, Vladimir, Mundo, stuff like that, where you actually need ignite. Aftershock is just the best right now. The reason is because this season there's a lot of fighting. You need as much stats as you can. Okay, it's really that OP. I know the numbers don't say a lot, right? But the most important fights are the early game as Thresh. Mitigate like 10 damage in one fight in the early game, it's still a lot. And the other rune is Glacial. So when do you take Glacial, right? I'll say the enemy has a lot of mobility and you can survive after landing a hook. I'll show you this game. Look. Playing a game recently, I lost this one. Here, this is a good example of I should have taken Glacial. Why? Because, you know, I can survive a hook between these two in the early game. And they have so much mobility. And Glacial is just overall good into Ezreal because you hook or E, he E's away, and he's still around the Glacial, so he's slow. You can just follow through. Same thing with the other champions. They have so much mobility. Hopefully that's a good example of when you should take Glacial. But you know, the enemy team is trolling if they don't have enough damage to kill you. So I mean, that's why I'm forced to take Aftershock. Okay, now I'm gonna go really in depth in the, you know, in the skill tree, the rune tree. I'm gonna go super in details. Demolish is playable. I have not done it this season. It's been like what, 6 days of the season. I have not done this, but you can still do this. When you have a lane where you have so much prio, like let's say you have a Caitlyn, or even like Lux. Caitlyn, Lux, Jinx. Who else pushes a lot? Lucian is played a lot. Yeah, and you're going against like some enchanters or even Alistar. Like if you're going against Alistar, you can take Demolish because you're gonna have prio, right? So you're gonna get to tower first. You get free plates, and it's just a really good rune, right? I think it's way better than Font of Life. To be honest, Font of Life is like it's not that good, but the others are just not. They're not that playable. If you know what I mean, like you know what I mean. Shield Bash, don't take it. No. Come on, I don't even have to explain this. All right, second wind. I love second wind. It's my favorite rune in the whole game, dude. You can just take trades, get heals back, and it got nerfed. It got nerfed too, and it's still good. I love it. I take second wind most matches because if you like pick Thresh before the other support, they're gonna go range. So you're kind of forced to take second wind. Bone plating is good into some range champions, like let's say Draven. Well, Sona, and Sona, you can take second wind. Like Sona can just combo you. Like you want to take Demolish, the bone plating when you're going against combo champs that burst, you know. Unflinching, to be honest, is just OP. This is the most OP rune in the skill tree. You don't really want to use the other ones because they're super nerfed, and then revitalize, you don't really you don't really have heals or shields. Come on. W Lantern, that shield does not exist, like, let's be honest. Now, so if you're running Aftershock, your secondary should be always Inspiration. You can either take Hex Flash. Okay, let me put you guys on game, okay? I got flame for this. Okay, here I have the exact date. 1 year ago. 1 year ago, I made my Thresh guide, and people were flaming me. All right, especially the Reddit. That's where I said the best rune on Thresh is the free boots. But anyways, that let's just. I don't want to go into it. If you want me to do the story time, man, let me know in the comments. It's pretty cool. Hex Flash. Hex Flash is pretty good. Helps you win bad matchups because you can't really reach them without it. Right? You can flash in level 2 and then just play bush and then Hex Flash. That's what everyone does, right? The basic. There's games where you cannot even Hex Flash. Like, it's not worth it. You have this. Let's say you have a Smolder or an Ezreal or AP bot lane, and you're gonna get a super hard engaged bot, or your team just scales better than them, the enemy team. You don't want to risk it, right? You don't want to risk the fights. That's where footwork comes in. Trust me, guys. If you run boots on a game that's unplayable, I'm talking unplayable. You guys know what I mean. You just scale way better. Very controversial, right? Like I said, I got flame for it. But there's games where Hex Flash is just super useless. Like, you barely use it 1 or 2 times a game, and that's because you can't use them. Like the champion, I'm gonna say, the higher you go, the higher elo you go, the less impact Hex Flash has, and it's just the truth. I experienced this when I was doing my first run, and when I first got Challenger, my champion was just so bad, and people are like being told by people like, how are you getting Challenger playing Thresh? The champion sucks. I even told pros, why are you not picking Thresh in competitive? And they're like, that champion sucks. And yeah, I agree. Champion sucks, and people are not going to agree because they're like low elo, right? I'm not here to flame, but the game is just more playable when you're low elo. People don't understand the matchups, and I'll say GM plus Hex Flash loses value, but you can still use it. Like, trust me, you can still use it if you play around it. You master the ways of Hex Flash. You can take every game. But now let's talk about free boots. Like I said, when Hex Flash has no value, when you have an Ezreal lane, Smolder lane, or let's say you have a kill top lane, mid lane you have a mid lane you have like an Annie or something, a Radiant Soul, and your jungler just wants to full clear and perma farm, that's where you take the boots, because you're not gonna fight, you're not gonna flip the fights, right? You wait for the right timings, get the kills, get the boots, easy. Okay, trust me, it's natural, it's really good. Trust me, try it once. Try it when you know your champion cannot be played. Trust me. When Hex Flash has no value, try it. If you don't want Hex Flash or boots, you can take biscuits. Biscuits helps you so much in lane. I love biscuits. Trust me, if I can take biscuits every game, I would. But boots and Hex Flash has more value over biscuits. That's why I love taking Glacial, because I can take the biscuits every game, and it helps me trade, do some dumb trades that people don't expect, right? And you just heal back with biscuit and take and win. Like, it's such a good rune, even though it got nerfed a couple times. Still good, but I don't recommend it because Hex Flash with Cosmic Insight, that combo is broke. If I don't see you taking Cosmic, I'm going to report you myself. All right, now for the shards, you can do Adaptive Force if you're gonna max E, which is really good, really good. I will do a guide if you want a guide on how to play around the skills on Thresh, because I can go into detail about that. Maxing E over Q over W. Let me know. But I max E almost every game, so I go Adaptive Force, I go Move Speed, and I go Health. You can do Attack Speed, but if you take Attack Speed, you want to take Adaptive Force second instead of the Move Speed, because you want to be lacking damage. That Ability Haste, I would say you take Ability Haste with double health scaling when you go Spellbook or when you go free boots, right? That's a good combo right here. Like, this rune setup is really good when you take free boots, because you're playing to scale. I know Thresh scales, yeah, sure. Take it when you scale, because you're gonna be taking the right fights only. Okay, this is very important when I say that. You're only picking the right fight. That means when you roam to grubs, when you go to dragons, okay, when you go to roam mid, that's the right fight, not a random bot lane fight. No, stop fighting perma bot lane when you go with these runes, okay? You're gonna lose. Okay, so if you're taking Glacial, I will go, like I said, Hex Flash or boots. I will go biscuits. Always take biscuits. I tried doing the triple tonic. It's not good. Trust me. it's not good. It's only good for enchanters and like poke champs. But Biscuits is always good, always consistent. And of course, Cosmic Insight. And now for secondary, when you go Glacial, you want to go with Second Wind and Unflinching. Okay, Second Wind or Bone Plating and Unflinching. And of course, the Shards, depending on your playstyle. I used to be taking double adaptive, right? And it's so OP when you're level 4, level 5. When you put some points on E, you do so much damage. But then the move speed shard got buffed, and I just loved it. I can dodge spells, keep up with them, because there's so much move speed in the game nowadays. I feel so slow without it. Okay, now for the part that everyone's here for. I have set up every item you need on Thresh. The only items you need. And a few extra that I will talk about. You might call me crazy. You might think I'm crazy, stupid, or trolling, or inting, or whatever you want to call me. Trust me, I will explain everything. Wait, I forgot one. Frozen Heart. I love taking this one, right? Because I love move speed. Move speed is one of the most broken stats in the game. And, you know, it also heals. I like when I hook someone, I get move speed. And I get to move forward, right? Which allows me to not Q in when I don't have to, right? Qing in sometimes, you just int. With this, you don't have to Q in. You can stay in front of them and you can still flay. Or you can just walk up, flay, get move speed, look for another hook on another enemy. And you can play around it. Like they don't expect it. They don't expect it. Trust me, it's so good. I run this almost every game. Now, Celestial. Celestial is good when you're so behind that you legit cannot play, right? Or you're going against Pike, Blitz, who else? Yeah, Blitz, Pike, Pantheon. Pantheon's rare nowadays, but or you're going against like full burst comps. You know what I mean? Like Jax, that people that go in there are forced to pop your Celestial. If you're going into range, do not build this ever. Please. Never. Because it's useless. It's useless. That's why I almost would go this life, because I'm always into range, and this is useless. Plus it procs from Nice Vow, one auto or one ability on your ADC, it procs it. So bad combo. Only do it when you really have to, when you're going against full melee, full combos, you know. Okay, now this item has everyone going crazy. People are building this item first every game, which I agree, it's broken. It's broken. It's so cheap, right? It's gonna get nerfed next patch. It's gonna be 2300 now. But yeah, I love this item because it reminds me of an old league item, which was a mythic. I think it's called mythic. It reminds me of Even Shroud, but it's not the same thing. But it just reminds me of it because you know you buff your allies when you stun people. Do this when you have a hyper carry. Let's say you have a Aphelios, you have Jinx, Zeri, and if you have, especially in the other lanes, let's say you have Sylas mid lane or jungle. He loves this because attack speed helps his passive. Caitlyn is one of the best champions with this, to be honest, in my opinion. Caitlyn and Draven love the attack speed. Love it. They love it. Okay. Plus you get move speed, which is, you know, like I said, in my opinion, the most broken stat in the game. Let's see. I'm going to show you an example of a game I took. I went Vandal Pipes. I lost, but still Vandal Pipes. Echo loves it because of his passive. Graves loves it because he reloads a little bit fast. And Darius, he wants to stack his passive. Here's an example of when not to take Vandal Pipe. Here, I was forced to go Locket, even though I wanted to go Vandal Pipes for my Aphelios. And Singe, Kha'Zix, Aurelion Sol don't really use my attack speed. So I was like, you know what? It's not even worth it. Maybe third item or something. But Locket is good. You build it when there's a lot of burst. You're going against assassins or when Vandal Pipe has no value, right? Let's say you have mages. So you have a mage bot lane. You have Sejuani, jungle, Mundo top or something like that, right? They don't really like attack speed. You go Locket. Everyone knows about Locket. Come on, everyone loves Locket. Now, Six is one of my favorite items in the game, to be honest. Like, I love this item. It's just so good. When I saw that, you know, you get ultimate haste now, I was pretty excited. But yeah, when do you build Six? You go Six when you're going against short range champions. Like here, for example, I went 6 second. I went Locket into Six because, you know, Braum has no range. Vayne has no range. Seraph, he does have range, but he's like the only one that I cannot really reach. Lee Sin, he's always gonna go in. He has to go in. So I mean, I just ult him, and then I get my 6 passive. He can't play. He can't really. You catch up with him. You just play him. He can never leave. Same thing with Jace. He's gonna Q, and then go in. Like you can see the value here. Also, when Vayne goes invisible, I'm gonna see her with my 6 because she's gonna be taking damage. Okay, and that's another reason to go 6 is when you're going against champions that go invisible. Shaco, Viego, Talon. Same thing with Viego during his E. Same thing with Pike. Also, 6 is so good into mobility champs. And when I say mobility champs, I mean like Ambessa, Jax, Lee Sin, also Fiora. Those champs that don't have like dashes, but they have mobility, if you know what I mean. Like for Fiora, she has a dash, but it's not really a long dash. It's not like a Pikey, right? She's gonna stay close whenever she dashes. Like I just make the game unplayable for them when I just have Seeks on top of them. They just can't. They can't move. Nice Vow. I used to love this item back when it was like OP, but now it's just you go Nice Vow whenever you know they have a bunch of burst. It's typically always a third item because you always want to go Bando Pipes when it's good, right? And then Locket if they have a lot of burst, which now means you have to go Nice Vow to combine Locket and Nice Vow, right? Because they have a bunch of burst. You want to protect your AD carry. That's the reason to go Nice Vow. Let me see if I have a game. Yep, here I didn't have any other item besides QSS, right? Jinx said don't go QSS, I can dodge, whatever. And it's only one stun, so it's not worth. And I went Nice Vow first before Locket because Kha'Zix was so fat. And he was just going for Jinx. Like Jinx is the only champion that matters here. So Jinx needs to survive. So that's why I went Nice Vow second over Locket. But I was going Locket third. There's a lot of burst here. Now for the boots, these are the only boots you would need ever. I'm gonna say it, every game you're gonna want to go Swift, alright? But, and the reason I'm gonna say that you want Swifties every game. Why? Because like I said, move speed is the most broken stat in the game. At least for Thresh, right? You move around the map, you beat everyone in tempo and stuff like that. But there's games where you have to go this Ione boots. Because if you have a bad recall and you don't have the 1000 or the, or what's it, how much is it? Like 600, 700. When you have normal boots, you don't have enough. You're gonna have to buy Ione because you don't want to go back to lane without buying anything. So you go ahead, you're gonna force to go buy Ione. Maybe later in the game you can change it to Swifties, but okay, I want to call them the brokey boots. Okay, the brokey boots. You don't have enough money to buy the Air Force Ones. You go with the sandals. Now, of course, depending on the game, if they have a bunch of AD and auto attackers, you go plated. If they have a bunch of AP and CC, you go Mercs. Simple. Mikhails, of course, we all know this. You want to go Mikhails when there's a lot of CC, especially Morgana, Lux, Mel, stuff like that. You can build this first, second, third, whenever you need it. If you don't need Bando Pipes that much, you go Mikhails first. If you don't need Locket that much, you go Mikhails second. If you go Bando Pipe. Now, this new item, I don't really love it on Thresh. Other items, like let's say Redemption, it's not that good on Thresh anymore because you know it's AP. You don't really get any good stats, so you're gonna have to go this. I go this, rarely go this. I don't think I went Pearl Plasm recently in my game. No. I think I did it in the first few games of this season just to try it out, but it feels like a third, fourth item later in the game when you don't have anything else. I mean, it's good. It's good into Pike, into champions that have resets like Viego. It's good into that because they don't expect the healing and stuff like that. Yeah, that's a good example right there. I mean, you're going against champions that have resets or they execute like Pike, or they have Collector or something like that. Syndra, that's good. It's good. It's I want to say like it's a I want to call it a Sterex for supports, but way worse and without the shield. Okay, now for these items, I know you're gonna call me crazy. You're gonna call me crazy. You're gonna say, "Where's Darmel? Where's Starmel? What are you doing? Where's Bramble?" No, guys, you are the support. Unless you're going against full auto attackers like Yasuo, Darius, Viego, Silas, of course you go Bramble, right? Because they're always gonna attack you. But most of the games, people who heal are not going to auto attack you, which does not proc Bramble passive. It's not like the old days when if you CC someone, they get the wounds. No, not anymore. They have to attack you. That's where Orb comes in. Your spells, your autos are gonna proc it always. Okay, always. It's just way better. Plus, it's AP. They don't expect the damage when you hook E auto them. Plus R. If you R full combo someone with Orb, it's a lot of damage. They don't expect it. It's way better than Bramble. Trust me. There's a video out there from KARAKAL. He's like a pro coach. I'll put it in the description so you can watch it. He goes more into detail. He's more experienced in talking about this than me. So I'll leave it in the description. Now, when do you take Abyssal Mask? When you're going against a lot of AP and you have a lot of AP damage in your team. Let's say you have a Kai'Sa bot lane or a mage. You have a mage mid lane. You have a Mumu jungle or a Silas and like Ornn or Mundo or Mordekaiser top. And you wanna reduce the magic resist, you go Abyssal Mask. It's rare nowadays. I used to take it a lot when it was meta, but now it's more of a niche, and you need specific games to buy it. I'm gonna leave Trailblazer for last because that's my item. I call it the Marco 1 build. I'll explain it later. QSS, QSS is, as you all know, Thresh is so squishy, and once you press hook, you're standing still, and that's a big target for enemies. Let's say you're going against Morgana and Malzahar and stuff like that. You can never press Q. Trust me. I've been there on playable games where you can't even hook because if standing still, you die. You get Blitz hook and stuff like that. Let's say you're going against Lux, right? Lux bot lane with Blitz bot, or you have Lux mid lane, Malzahar mid lane and stuff like that. You need to QSS. You go with this. Trust me, guys, it's natural. Not with this. I know what you're saying, man. I know what you're saying. When will I ever buy Seekers? Guys, trust me when I say this. Build Seekers against Master Yi, Yasuo, Yone, Malphite, who else? Pantheon, or champions with resets like Pyke, Viego. But don't build, okay, only building when when you have nothing to build, okay? Let's say you have 2 items, you have Panel Pipes and Lockets, and the enemy has a lot of resets, a lot of one shots, and like Zed, when he ults you, doesn't mean just press this, he gets so confused. He has nothing now. He dies. Okay? So only build this when you have to. It's natural, guys. When you have to. You can sell it after. Come on, guys. Now, Frozen Heart is the opposite of Abyssal Mask. You only build this when there's a lot of auto attackers and full AD comps. Okay? I only build this when it's full AD comps. And a good example is when you're going against Yasuo bot lane and let's say Pyke or Pantheon support. When Yasuo bot lane, when there's a Yasuo bot lane, I love Frozen Heart. Good plated. Now, for the big one, Trailblazer. This is the Marco 1 item. Back when I said that Free Boots was the best rune on Thresh, it was when I was like getting bullied by the Thresh community because they're like, "What do you mean Free Boots? You need Hexflies to win lanes or whatever." No, you don't. But anyways, I was getting Free Boots, right, and building Moonplate first, basically boots with HP. I was building this and then full build into Trailblazer. And the reason I love Trailblazer is because you can keep up with so much move speed nowadays. In dashes, like you need to be in range to have perfect hooks, perfect timing, perfect angles. Trust me, guys, it's gonna change your game. I haven't built it recently because, you know, I've been trying Bando Pipes. Bando Pipes is just way broken right now, like way too broken to not go first. If you, let's see, for example, this game would have been a good Trailblazer game because there's not a bunch of bursts until like there are like 2 items. This game I would go Trailblazer into Locket, into Night Smile. You get me? Good matchups to go Trailblazer into Bard, Janna, Karma, Zona, champions that roam a lot. They're way faster than you. And Trailblazer is also good into poke comps, where you want to move around, dodging their spells while getting closer to them at the same time. So you can flay, hook. Trust me, guys, this item's so good. So good. It's so underrated. I know the passive doesn't really work on Thresh, but it's all about the move speed. Like I said, in my opinion, move speed is the most broken stat in the game. Don't recommend building it because, you guys, it takes a lot of experience to use this item. A lot of experience. I'm not even trolling. I'm not. No ego, no nothing. It takes a lot of experience to use this item correctly. Okay? I'm warning you. You can build it, but I'm warning you. So yeah, basically that's all the items you need on Thresh. There's no other item. Please do not build Thormail. Please. Unless you're going against full auto attacks, which is rare. Please do not build Heartsteel. I've seen it. Please do not ever do that. I will report you myself. And yeah, that's all the items you need on Thresh. Let me know if I missed something, or if you want me to go deeper into the things I said. I will do a micro guide later. Let me know if you guys want to see that. I'm going for Challenger this season. I'm tryharding every game. Like there hasn't been a game where I haven't tryhard. Actually, I've not tryharding that much today. This season, I'm going for Challenger 2K LP. Yes, that's rank 1. I'm going for rank 1 Thresh only. This season, I'm doing Thresh only this season. I haven't played any other champ. I'll be streaming that. I'll be uploading some games here in the channel during my run. Last season, I got to 1K LP. I didn't finish Challenger because I lost motivation when I got 1K LP. I'm gonna be honest, I lost motivation. But now I want 2K LP. I want to be rank 1 Thresh only. We're gonna make a lot of noise, guys. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, more guides, more in depth. Let's say there's a game where I went 6. I'll upload that, explaining why I went 6 and stuff like that. A video where I go Sonias. Let me know if you guys want to see that.